Hey guys, so before we get into it, I'm just going to explain right now. She did get the kids in the house, so this is a little scuffed of a setup. I'm sorry, but I can't do anything about it. It's court ordered. Is it possible to break a time paradox? Realistically, we're not even going to get to be able to time travel. We'd probably kill ourselves off before that. Hypothetically, though, it would be so damn near impossible that it's easier to say that it's impossible. But that doesn't mean that it is impossible. For those that don't know what a time paradox is, I'll just give a quick rundown. So, let's say this black line represents time. Now, let's say that this is the past, and then this is the present. The present you decides to go back in time and, let's say, kill Hitler. Alright, so you're going back in time and killing Hitler. Well, since you go back in time and kill Hitler, what happens then? The present changes. Which means, since the present changed, Hitler's already dead. And you're the one that killed him. But that also means that there is no longer a reason for you to go back in time, which then causes the issue of, well, you didn't go back in time and kill Hitler. So then you're back to this, to where Hitler's in the past, and you're going back in time to kill him. And then it keeps recycling like that. That's generally what a time paradox is. You are in a perpetual state of both did and didn't go back. Since we're already going off of a completely hypothetical situation, let's say that humans are the master of time. We can do whatever we want with time. Alright. So, let's say this. To make it to where you, the time traveler, still goes into the past, you would have to copy time. So, that means you would take your entire point in which you're, let's say, conceived. So you would take that. That would be the starting point. And then that would be the point in which you go back in time. So you'd copy this. And then just say, guarantee that in X amount of years, that happens again, no matter what. So you go back 70 years. You're 20 years old. You go back 70 years. That means you have 50 years to change whatever you want. And do whatever you want. But, since you are guaranteed that this exact situation will reoccur again, that would mean that people that aren't born are already adults. When this happens again, people that aren't born are already adults. People that are living fruitful lives never existed. That would mean that this, since it's guaranteed to happen, again, would cause everything that you did in the past to just stop in a snap. So you still did everything in the past, but now the reason why you went to the past is completely irrelevant, because then you caused the issue. You alone caused the issue. Because now everything is back to being what it was, the reason why you were going back in time. So you would have to go forwards in time. You would have to go back to the point in which you teleported, time traveled right afterwards, to be able to survive and know that stuff changed. So the original you would go back into the past, change stuff, but then right before you're conceived, you teleport, time travel again to the point in which right after you go back into the past. And then you realize everything you did had no meaning at all. We could have flying skyscrapers, stuff like that, completely gone back to the 21st century, in which world is now as it is. That's what that means. So that's how you would do it. Is you would, again, already going off of a completely insane hypothetical, you copy what happened to you. Because everything has to revolve around the time traveler. You copy it your entire life from when you're conceived all the way until you time travel. Go back into the past, change whatever you want, and then before you get conceived, you time travel back to the future, in which right after you time travel. So it has to be right after, or it can be whenever after, but it has to be after you time travel. And then after that, everything you just did had no meaning at all. Because everything is back to normal. So you did break the time paradox by being able to change stuff in the past without actually, say, getting stuck in that perpetual loop. You were able to, but it doesn't matter. So you had the time of your life and you remembered everything, but it doesn't matter because everything's back to normal. So even if you went back for a very good reason, again, let's say kill Hitler, you killed Hitler and all that, and then you time traveled back to the future, well, back to the present, then everything doesn't matter because you're back to the timeline in which Hitler was alive and World War II happened. And back to the point in which you are time traveling. It's that it doesn't matter. If you have any comments that you're interested in saying and or have your own ideas or anything like that, go ahead and send them in the comments. I'll try reading them. I just thought this was pretty fun, and I did have fun actually making this video. I wish I could have done better on actually a lot of aspects of it, but I still had fun within the limitations that I am currently in. So yeah, have fun.